Something shifted in your chest the second you clicked on this message, didn't it? Like a hand reached in and touched something soft you've been guarding for a long time. That feeling is not random. That feeling is the reason you are here right now, reading these words at this exact moment in your life. Dear one, choosing the right person to walk through life with is one of the biggest decisions any of us will ever make. That choice decides who hears your quiet thoughts, who sits with you on your most ordinary days, and who stands beside you on the days you will remember forever. Real love is not built on pretty words alone. It is built on truth, on steady action, and on the simple decision to stay. Today, something has been placed on my heart to share with you, and I believe it is going to touch you in a way you were not expecting. Because the time has come for you to understand something about the person your soul has already been quietly connected to. This is not a guess. This is not a feeling still trying to figure itself out. What I am about to tell you is something that has already settled deep inside the heart of the one who is meant for you. A choice made with calm certainty. A decision that has already been felt strongly, already been sat with, already been carried gently toward you. There is no more confusion left in their heart about what they feel, and no more wondering about who they want walking beside them into whatever comes next. This choice has already happened. It has already been accepted inside their heart, and it has already been lifted up in quiet prayer by someone who truly wants something real. And today, I am here to tell you that this choice already has a direction, and that direction points straight to you. Welcome to the Angel's Message for You original channel. Please check the channel name carefully. It's Angel's Message for You. This is our only official channel. Beware of copycat and fake channels. Stay connected to the original source to receive authentic angel messages and true blessings. Before we begin, a heartfelt thank you to Denise, Joanna, Sharon, and Scott for sowing a seed for Soulmate through your Ko-Fi super thanks. May this seed return to you multiplied with soulmate blessings, divine protection, love, well-being, and abundance. May the angels guide and watch over you every step of your journey. Thank you for your beautiful support. The person you have been feeling so drawn to already knows, deep down, who they want standing next to them through both the easy days and the hard ones. They already know who they want to build a simple, warm home with, the kind that smells like fresh coffee in the morning. They already know who they want to share quiet evenings with, who they want to fall asleep beside, who they want to share the small, ordinary details of everyday life with. That kind of certainty does not show up overnight. It grows slowly. It gets thought about, prayed over, and finally surrendered to something bigger than both of you. And what has already been decided inside their heart carries the strength of someone who is simply done waiting around in uncertainty. Because their heart already has the clarity to act. This person has made one of the most personal choices a human being can make. They have decided who they want beside them for whatever comes next in life. Who they want to grow older with, who they want to grow as a person alongside, who they want to feel whole with. And this decision was not made carelessly. It was made with faith, with trust, and with a feeling that has already moved past every stage of doubt. Their heart is no longer testing the waters. It is steady. It is focused on something only people who feel deeply can really understand. The simple wish to be close to someone who truly makes sense for them. Someone who brings out their best side. Someone who brings them peace. Someone who adds light to their life. And that someone is you. This is not a love that is still trying to work itself out. This is a love that already understands exactly what it wants, and now it is ready to be spoken out loud. Your person has already brought your name to God in prayer. They have already admitted what they feel quietly and honestly. They have already asked for the chance to live this love the right way. They have already accepted, deep inside, that you are the one they want beside them. Not because time was running out, but because the feeling had finally grown all the way up. This did not come from an empty place or a rushed impulse. It came from something far bigger, the simple certainty of what they truly feel. I am not sharing this to confuse you. I am sharing it to bring you clarity, to gently show you that it is no longer the time to put off what has already been decided in the heart of the one who loves you. Your person is done just imagining a future together. They want to actually live it. They want to share it. They want to build it piece by piece, day by day. And once someone reaches that level of certainty, nothing can really stop what has already been blessed in a quiet, spiritual way. Their heart is turned toward you completely. It is committed to what is true, and it is ready to show that through real action, not just words. There is no more hesitation left. There is only conviction and a sincere longing to finally be close to you. Even if the road here has felt complicated at times, what is coming now is simple. It is love that has finally decided to be lived out loud. And the reason this message has reached you right now is because this feeling has grown too big to stay quiet any longer. It is time for you to know, because you need to be ready to receive a love that is coming with real intention, real devotion, and a genuine wish to stay for good. Have you noticed something feels different in the air lately? Have your emotions been showing up more often, more strongly, almost like your heart is being pulled towards something bigger than you can explain? That is not just in your head. That is the energy of someone who has already chosen you. That is the pull of someone who is done pausing on this love. Your person is being moved by something they have already fully accepted inside. And that energy is exactly why this message found its way to you today, because this is not just any ordinary feeling. This is a love that has already been decided, a love that is ready. So take a breath and let yourself feel it. Make room to understand what is coming, because you are the one your person truly wants. You are the one chosen to stand beside them through every plan, every hard season, and every small win life brings. This message is not here to build up empty hope. It is here to bring you peace, the peace that comes from knowing you are already part of the most beautiful decision a person can make, the decision to love completely, and to build something solid, honest, and lasting. Dear one, when someone finally decides who they want to spend their life with, that is never just a small choice. It is not about a fleeting spark or getting swept up in one pretty moment. It is a decision that rises up from deep inside the heart, carrying everything that person believes about love, partnership, and building a life together. Your person has reached that point. The point of knowing exactly what they want, who they want, and why this needs to happen now, not later. Saying, I want this person by my side, is so much bigger than just picturing a future. It means placing that longing into God's hands with courage, with faith, and with the clarity of someone who refuses to waste any more time on doubt. This decision grew out of a steady feeling, out of a heart that went through its own seasons, that watched quietly, that felt deeply, that prayed sincerely. Your person took this seriously. They took you seriously. And that is exactly why this message has found you today. It was not made carelessly. This choice was made in silence, but it was not shallow. It matured slowly, shaped by an inner experience that, even without a single word spoken out loud, was already showing the way forward. Your person understands that sharing a life with someone is about far more than sharing a roof. It is about weaving two stories together, respecting each other's boundaries, and building a whole new chapter grounded in partnership and honesty. The most important decision of someone's life rarely arrives with fireworks. It usually arrives with peace. And that is exactly what your person feels when they think of you. A steady, grounded kind of peace that only shows up when the heart knows it has found something that truly makes sense. This is not loud excitement. It is calm and quiet certainty. The kind that settles in once someone understands that love means walking side by side, choosing each other again every single day, and showing up through both the plans and the challenges. Your person already understands that love means standing beside the one who makes life stronger, the one who brings out the best in them, the one who does not need long explanations because the feeling already speaks for itself. Your person knows that life is made up of countless decisions, but very few carry the weight and beauty of choosing someone to share a life with, to grow with, to care for, and to turn every ordinary day into something lighter and more true. That is why this love no longer hides behind hesitation. When a feeling becomes this strong inside someone's heart, it begins asking for space to breathe. And that is exactly what is happening right now. Your person already understands that this is no longer about just imagining what could be. It is time to take action, to live this feeling with maturity, devotion, and real willingness. Building a shared life starts the moment someone decides, deep down, this is the right person. And your person has already made that choice. Not because of what the world expected of them, but because of what their own heart truly felt. When something is real, it does not matter how long it took to arrive at the answer. What matters is that the answer is here now, clear and confirmed inside the one who loves you. And it was not a casual confirmation either. It was a decision spoken with total sincerity, like someone looking up toward the sky and quietly asking for the wisdom to move forward the right way. That kind of attitude comes from understanding that real love asks for real responsibility. Your person does not want anything shallow. They want something worth building, something safe, something whole and honest. And that is exactly why the name attached to this decision is yours. Once someone fully commits to a feeling on the inside, everything around them slowly starts shifting to make that feeling possible. Your person has already committed to you in their thoughts, in their prayers, and in their intentions. They have already pictured you when they think about tomorrow. They have already placed you right at the center of their wish to love completely. This is not fantasy. This is reality, the kind of life that gets built when two people finally decide to walk in the same direction, together. Your person is ready for that journey, and they want you right there in it as a partner, as a source of love, as the foundation of everything they are building. Even without saying every single thing out loud, this person already carries you close, as one of the most beautiful parts of their life, as their steady point of balance, as their symbol of real affection, as the one who brings peace on the hard days and truth to the simplest moments. You are the one who has been chosen, and that was never by accident. It happened because this person looked honestly inside their own heart and understood clearly. It is with you that I want to live this story. Dear soul, before we continue, I'd like to invite you to do something truly meaningful for your soulmate journey. The beautiful truth is that God is already working behind the scenes, preparing two hearts according to His perfect plan, even when you cannot yet see what He is doing. If your heart is calling you to place this journey into God's hands with faith and gratitude, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your trust in God's perfect timing, asking Him to continue guiding both you and your soulmate, preparing your hearts, removing every obstacle, and bringing you together at the moment He knows is best. May God bless your generous heart. And may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, and His perfect guidance until the day your love story unfolds. Dear one, I have some wonderful news to share with our beautiful soul family. Our dear subscriber, Emma, faithfully sowed a seed for her soulmate journey through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. Today, she's celebrating a beautiful blessing. She has found the soulmate she had been praying and believing for. May Lord Jesus continue to guide their hearts, strengthen their love, and fill their lives with peace, joy, and lasting happiness. May their relationship be a testimony of God's perfect timing and unfailing love. Congratulations, Emma. Your soul family is celebrating with you. Now let's continue with what angels want to tell us. It might feel like nothing is really happening on the outside right now, but what has already settled inside this person is quietly changing everything. A decision made with this much heart cannot stay hidden forever. It begins to show itself in small details, in gentle actions, in paths that slowly start to open. And you are right at the center of that decision. You are being called to live something that has already begun. This is not about imagining what could be. This is about living what has already started to be felt. After all that reflecting, feeling, and quiet observing, your person finally made their choice. And it was not rushed or impulsive. It came from somewhere deep, personal, and fully aware. The kind of decision that changes how a person starts to see their own days, their own plans, even their own steps forward. When someone decides who they want beside them, everything suddenly feels like it has more meaning. And that is exactly what happened here with your love story. This decision was not something loudly announced to everyone, but it was deeply felt. There was no need for long explanations for everything to finally make sense, because when the heart recognizes what it truly wants, it settles down, defines its direction, and your person felt that direction lead them straight to you. There was no more need to keep searching or keep testing whether it was real, because the answer had already arrived from within, clear and calm. When someone chooses to love another person this way, they are not just accepting a feeling, they are embracing the wish to walk forward together. Your person embraced that fully and welcomed it as something natural, something that simply belongs on their own path now. They are no longer waiting around for life to hand them something to fill an empty space. They already know exactly who they want to see every day, who they want to call their love, who they want to build a true story with. This choice is not about pressure, and it is not about trying to fill some kind of void. It is about a truth that settled in peacefully. Your person is not trying to fix loneliness. They are embracing a love that already exists inside them. And that changes everything, because this feeling is no longer in a stage of doubt. It is in a stage of expression, ready to be lived with presence, with devotion, and with real, sincere willingness. This decision also took courage, because choosing to share a life with someone means opening your heart to something new, something mutual, something that asks for real care, real attention, and a genuine will to grow together. And your person has that courage. Even before everything is spoken out loud, deep down this person already knows. It is with you that everything finally makes sense. It is with you that love finally feels like home. Your person now sees you as an essential part of everything still to come, as the one who adds to their life, who brings them calm, who understands them, who brings out their best side. That is exactly why the choice could not have gone any other way, because there is no more desire left to postpone or deny it. This feeling is now being treated with real responsibility, and its direction points straight to you. When someone reaches this kind of decision, the signs start to show. The way they look at things changes. The way they feel about the other person changes too. And you will notice it if you pay attention, because this choice is going to reach you. It is going to touch you in a way you may not have felt before, because now it comes with action, with clear direction, and with the intention to be lived without fear. Not every love has the power to reach into someone's heart and truly change their life, but yours did, and that is exactly why your person chose you. In a world full of doubt and noise, your presence did not add more confusion. It brought relief. When their heart met the feeling you awakened in them, something quietly clicked into place, as if everything finally made sense. The peace you bring does not come from pretty words. It comes from the way you touch another person's life simply by being yourself. From the way you make everything feel a little lighter, even on days that are not easy. Your person felt that in you, felt that your presence has a way of calming things down, of bringing order to what once felt out of place, of giving life a gentler rhythm. And once someone finds a feeling like that, they do not want to let it go. This person began to see you as a steady presence, not because you were trying to be, but because who you are naturally radiates a sense of safety. And that is rare, because in a world full of shallow connections, finding someone who truly brings peace has become something precious. Your person sensed that in you without you ever having to prove a single thing, because who you are already speaks for itself. This love was never built on fantasy. It grew from the simple way you make life feel a little easier, from the way your presence never demands anything, but somehow completes what was missing. And that is exactly why this choice was made without hesitation, because your person saw in you everything they had been missing, even before they fully understood what it was. True happiness rarely comes from anything loud or exaggerated. It comes from meeting someone who makes your soul breathe a little easier. Someone who wakes up the wish to share your days with them. And that someone is you. Your presence does not take up space, it builds something. Your energy does not weigh anything down. It completes what was missing. And that is what created this kind of emotional certainty inside the person who chose you. Everything became clearer to your person once they understood this was not just another passing connection. It was something stronger, something deeper. It was that rare feeling where, near you, the whole world seems more bearable, more beautiful, more possible. And that feeling has not been forgotten or brushed aside. It has been recognized as something meant to be lived out in full honesty. You were not chosen by chance. You were chosen because, without even fully realizing it, you became a symbol of peace for this person. Your person no longer wants to look for meaning in places where it was never truly found. They understand now that real happiness is not in easy promises, but in the quiet, sincere devotion that only someone like you knows how to offer. And that is why this decision was made so firmly, because you represent exactly what was missing for life to feel meaningful again. The name behind this new happiness in your person's heart is yours. Not because you tried to be someone you are not, but simply because who you already are was more than enough. There is no more doubt left in your person's heart. The choice has already been made. The acceptance is complete, and there is no more room left for hesitation. What is clear is simple. You are the one. You are the person who constantly fills their thoughts, who calms their heart without even trying, who awakens the wish to build something solid, real, and lasting. Your person chose you not because you tried to be someone else, but because you were exactly fully yourself. Your way of being, your honesty, your way of feeling and expressing things, all of it made this love impossible to deny. This person realized that being with you does not come with unnecessary exhaustion. There is no need to constantly prove anything, no heaviness weighing things down. What exists between you is understanding, partnership, and real connection. And slowly, your presence became part of everything this person now pictures for their future. You are not just an idea somewhere in their plans anymore. You are part of the path they actually want to walk. When your person looks toward the future, they do not see an unfinished story. They see you right there, present in the plans, part of the small everyday moments, and part of the bigger victories too. This person does not see you as a passing phase. They see you as home, as someone they can spend entire days with without needing to guard themselves, as someone they can laugh freely with, speak honestly with, and share quiet silence with comfortably. That is what your person felt when they thought about you. Peace, safety, and a real wish to stay close. You are the one because you represent exactly what your person has always hoped to find. The kind of love that does not exhaust, does not wound, does not confuse. The kind of love that inspires care and the wish to be cared for in return. The kind of love with room to grow slowly, without fear, without rushing, without the pressure to be anything other than yourself. Your person's heart is no longer in a stage of thinking things over. It is in a stage of action because this feeling has grown mature enough now to be lived without fear. Something in your person's heart reached a point where it could no longer stay quiet. After fully accepting what they feel and recognizing you as the right choice, this love was lifted up in prayer with a kind of honesty that touched everything around it. Your person spoke to something greater than themselves, not to ask for confirmation of what was already clear, but to hand over this decision with real faith. It was not a rushed or impulsive moment. It was a quiet, sacred moment of surrender, the kind that happens when the soul opens up and places what the heart already chose into the hands of something bigger. And when that kind of surrender happens honestly, everything around it slowly starts to shift, because it is not just a private, spiritual moment, it is an act of real courage, a quiet declaration that this love needs to step out of imagination and become something real. Your person spoke about you with respect, with tenderness, and with the certainty of someone who understands exactly what they feel. They said they no longer wanted to hide, no longer wanted to stay stuck in doubt, and that they wanted to live this love beside you, fully, honestly, and for the right reasons. Not to fill an empty space, but to build something real, grounded in faith, surrender, and mutual love. Nothing about this was hidden. Nothing was left unsaid. Every feeling was expressed with honesty and tenderness. And even without knowing exactly when or how this would all come together, your person had enough faith to trust that the timing would work itself out. They did not ask for it to happen immediately. They asked for it to happen at the right time, and for you to be ready when that moment finally came. In that quiet moment of prayer, your name found a sacred place because your person prayed for you too, that your heart would be gently touched, that you would begin to feel the same strength they already feel, that you would not drift away even without fully understanding everything yet, that you would be reached in a real, true way, one capable of waking up something that may have been asleep inside you. That quiet surrender carried real weight, not because it came from doubt, but because it came from certainty. Your person approached it like someone who already understands there is nothing left to wait for, that you are the right person, and that there is no point imagining any other path because this story only makes real sense with you in it. And when a choice is offered up like that, honestly and completely, things begin to align. Circumstances start preparing themselves, quietly, because a wish made with this much faith and truth never goes unanswered. It might take a little time to show up, but the answer always arrives, and yours is arriving right now, through this very message. You are being invited to receive something that has already been confirmed deep inside another heart. Your person no longer wants to live afraid of showing what they truly feel. And that is why, before taking any real steps, they asked for strength, clarity, and direction. And now that this has all been surrendered, something inside them has opened up. The timing feels right, The love feels ready to be lived out, and you are the one who needed to know all of this. From the moment your person embraced this feeling with real faith, something quietly began falling into place. What was once just a wish slowly turned into direction. What once felt scattered started finding order. From that point forward, everything began preparing itself so this love could be lived exactly the way it deserves, with surrender, with presence, and with real purpose. Nothing about this has been left to chance. Even during the quiet moments when nothing seemed to be happening on the surface, things were still moving underneath so that you too could begin feeling this connection more deeply. You may have noticed your own heart becoming a little more aware lately, a little more sensitive, a little more open. That is not a coincidence. That is a reflection of a path that has quietly been guided and protected for both of you. Every small detail has mattered here. Every unexplained thought, every sudden feeling that came out of nowhere, every gentle memory that surfaced during an ordinary afternoon, all of it has been part of this quiet preparation. Because when love is offered honestly, it begins to be handled with real care. And that is exactly what your person has done, surrendering it, believing in it, and slowly aligning themselves emotionally to be ready for you. Time has played its own part here too, because some things simply needed to mature before this love could truly be lived. If this had happened too soon, it might have been interrupted by insecurity. But the conditions are different now. There is more self-awareness now, more steadiness, more clarity about what is really wanted. Your person does not just want one beautiful moment with you. They want an entire story together. It is not a coincidence that this message is reaching you right now. This is the right time, the time when both hearts are finally ready to recognize what has already been quietly building between you. The time when you can both live this feeling without letting old insecurities take over. This is the moment when love asks to become something real, and everything that has been spiritually prepared is now opening up space for that to happen, gently but firmly. Your person has gone through their own honest moments of reflection. They have thought carefully about what they feel, reconsidered their own path, and truly understood your worth. And out of all of that, something new was born. The courage to finally embrace this love openly, not as something to hide away, but as something to live consciously, honestly, and consistently. This whole quiet preparation was never rushed or forced. It unfolded naturally the way anything true usually does. Your person did not try to push anything to happen faster than it should. They simply made themselves ready to live this love the right way, at the right time with the right person. And when something is approached with real faith, everything around it seems to quietly cooperate. That is why everything feels closer now. You can feel how different this particular love is, because it arrives with peace, with a gentle feeling that surrounds you without asking you to defend yourself. That is the fruit of an honest, spiritual surrender. Dear soul, before we continue, I'd like to invite you to do something truly meaningful for your soulmate journey. The bond between soulmates is precious, and at times, it can feel vulnerable to negativity, envy, or the evil eye from the world around us, even when no harm is intended. If your heart is calling you to cover this connection with an extra layer of love, faith, and protection, you can sow your seed for your soulmate through Ko-Fi Super Thanks. You'll find the Ko-Fi link in the video description and the pinned comment. This simple act can become a heartfelt expression of your intention, inviting the angels to watch over your soulmate connection, surround it with divine light, and guide it as it continues to grow in the right time and in the right way. If you feel led to do so, thank you from the bottom of my heart. May your kindness return to you multiplied, and may your soulmate journey be filled with peace, hope, and divine guidance. Let's continue with the angel message. Your person is being guided toward you. And even as you try to make sense of everything happening, you are already being prepared to receive it. This feeling is no longer confused inside them. It is calm, steady, and full of honesty, and soon that clarity will turn into real action. Your person is ready to move forward, not in a rush, but with quiet certainty. And you will sense it. You will feel the difference, because when love is guided this gently and this honestly, everything around it starts making sense. Your only job right now is to stay aware, to stay open, and to stay ready to live what already belongs to you. This love was never meant to just pass by. It was built with care, held up by faith, and guided with real wisdom. Everything being prepared has one clear purpose: to bring together two hearts that chose each other freely and honestly. And that coming together is closer now than ever before. This kind of love does not ask you to be perfect. It does not need you to have all the right answers ready. It simply needs room inside you to grow. It needs your courage, your openness, and your willingness to choose well, because real love only blossoms when it is lived in both directions, when both people decide to walk forward together, not just in words, but through everyday actions and honest surrender. It matters that you understand the value of this choice. Your person never saw you as just some possibility. They saw you as someone they could genuinely share their whole life with. This person saw in you lightness, strength, partnership, warmth, and a rare kind of connection that is hard to find anywhere else. And when someone feels that much for another person, they do not want to settle for wanting alone. They want presence. They want shared plans. They want real companionship. The love coming your way does not need empty promises. It needs your willingness to build something solid together. It needs your honesty, because this feeling was never meant to be lived halfway. It carries depth, real intention, devotion, and a genuine wish to stay. That is why it matters that you take an honest look inside yourself and gently ask, am I ready to belong to someone who already belongs to me? And if the answer is yes, there is nothing to be afraid of, because what is coming is unlike anything you have experienced before. This will not be a story built on insecurity or doubt. It will be a story grounded in the choice of two hearts that recognized each other, surrendered honestly, and are now being guided by something bigger than either of you. Your person is not coming to you out of impulse. They are coming because of everything they have felt and built quietly inside. You do not need to have every answer figured out right now. You only need to be willing to open your heart, to have the courage to accept that what you are feeling is not meaningless, that this pull did not appear by accident, that this connection exists because it has a real purpose, and that everything being shared with you right now is part of something much bigger than what your eyes can currently see. The steps you take from this moment forward will show whether you are ready to live what has already been prepared. And that does not mean rushing anything. It means staying aware. It means no longer running from what you already feel beating quietly inside your chest. It means setting aside the fear of letting go and trusting that this love was sent to add to your life, to heal, and to build something lasting. You do not have to carry this alone. There is someone ready to walk right beside you. The most beautiful part of all of this is knowing that everything is already on its way. The love you have been longing for is coming closer, but it cannot reach a heart that is distracted, closed off, or too afraid to let something new in. It needs to find you with open eyes and a peaceful heart, with room for something new, with the courage to live what has already been confirmed in the heart of the one who chose you. Remember this: someone who truly loves you does not just show up with pretty words. They show up with action, with real presence, with a genuine will to make things work. And that is exactly what your person is bringing to you. A love that does not just want to be felt quietly, but lived out loud. A love that does not want to stay hidden, but embraced fully. A love that does not want to remain a distant idea, but wants to become part of your everyday life. So take a deep breath right now. Let yourself feel everything this message is bringing to you. Understand that this is not just another love story. This is your story, and you are being invited to take part in it with awareness, with openness, and with a lighter heart, because what is coming is too beautiful to ignore and too strong to keep living in fear of. Your person has already chosen you, has already spoken this love honestly, has already carried your name in prayer, has already prepared themselves emotionally for this, has already organized their own heart, and now the only thing left is for you to get ready too. Everything has already been prepared. Everything has already been cared for. And the only question left is simple. Will you let this love finally reach you the way it deserves to? Dear one, you have made it this far in this message because there is a strength inside you that already recognizes this love, even if you cannot fully explain how yet. And now that all of this has been shared, there is nothing left to fear. What you are feeling is real. What your person is feeling is real too. And when two hearts are truly ready, the path between them becomes almost impossible to avoid. This message was never meant to plant doubt. It was meant to prepare you, to remind you that this love was chosen with awareness, wanted with real faith, and entrusted to something greater with full confidence. And that is exactly why everything is starting to line up now, because when there is real surrender, you do not need to understand every single detail. You only need to let the feeling guide you forward. You were chosen, not because it was convenient, but because who you are touched someone's heart in a deep and lasting way. Your person was not afraid to embrace what they feel. They did not run from the intensity of it. They did not retreat from the certainty growing inside them. And now this story is in your hands too. You get to choose to live this love with real responsibility and courage. Nothing shared with real intention ever arrives to confuse you. It arrives to set you free, to confirm what has already been quietly beating inside your own chest. And now you have clarity. You know there is someone who has already chosen to walk beside you, who already sees you as part of their future, who has already, in their own heart, declared that you are the right choice. This is not something to treat lightly. It deserves to be lived with full honesty. In the coming days, you may start noticing small signs. Situations will begin to line up, so stay open and pay attention, because this love is going to draw closer in a real, tangible way, not as some distant dream, but as something built through real, everyday actions. Your person is coming with a genuine wish to live, to care, and to stay. And you have been preparing for this too, whether you fully realized it or not. Let yourself feel it. Let your heart be reached gently. Do not build walls where bridges could exist instead. Do not hide what you are feeling. You have been called to live a beautiful story, and everything shared here today is only the beginning. The days ahead will bring more confirmation, but the most important part has already happened. The choice has already been made. You were the one chosen, and now it is time to make space for what is coming, to trust the strength of this love, and to understand that what begins in faith always ends in fulfillment. What is true never needs to be forced, it only needs to be received. And that is your invitation now, to welcome the love that already belongs to you. Stay open. Stay aware. The next chapter of your love life is about to unfold. And when you least expect it, everything shared here today will begin to show up in your real life. Your love has already chosen you. And now it is your turn to let yourself fully live this. Wherever you are on your own journey right now, I hope this message found you exactly when you needed it most, and I hope it brought a little more peace, a little more light, and a little more hope into your heart today. May you always feel guided, protected, and deeply loved, today and always. Dear beautiful soul, this angel's message for you channel is a sacred spiritual home, created for faith, healing, and divine guidance. A place where hearts awaken and lives are gently transformed through divine messages. We warmly invite you to subscribe and stay connected, because the divine is always preparing something greater for your journey, something you are meant to receive in divine timing. If you feel moved to support this mission, you can sow your seed here for your soulmate blessings and divine love fulfillment. Your contribution is not just support. It is an energetic agreement with love, healing, and divine alignment in your own life. When you give with intention, it opens doors. Love flows more freely, happiness expands, and abundance multiplies in unexpected ways. Many believe that giving in faith activates a return of peace, joy, and emotional fulfillment in relationships and life. Whether it is $11, $22, $33, or $55, your generosity helps us continue spreading these divine messages of hope, healing, and soulmate guidance across the world. Every seed sown into this mission helps hearts heal, faith return, and souls reconnect with love. This is more than a channel. It is a movement of light, unity, and divine timing. Your support allows this sacred work to grow, touching lives that are searching for answers, comfort, and spiritual direction. We are all connected in this journey, and together we rise as one community under divine love. Let us open our hearts to the abundance that is already on its way. Amen.